Something has been pulling at me lately, an intuition I couldn't ignore, a quiet voice saying, look deeper, question what you were taught. The story you learned is not the whole truth. So I started researching, not just what the Constitution says, but the story behind it, the real story, the one with all the uncomfortable parts left in. And what I found changed a whole lot. The quotes we've all seen. You've seen them too, right? Those quotes from the Founding Fathers warning us to protect ourselves from the tyranny of our own government. We see them shared, we nod, we feel moved by their wisdom. But here we are in 2026, living in exactly what they warned us against. The Constitution was supposed to protect us from this. The Bill of Rights was supposed to guarantee our freedom. So what happened? Why are we here? What they never taught us in school. If you grew up in the United States school system, you were told a very specific story. You learned that America is the freest country in the world, that our democracy is solid, our rights are protected, and anyone can grow up to be president. You learned that the smartest men in the country gathered together and unanimously agreed on the Constitution, this perfect document that would protect us forever. That story is a lie. The Constitution was not a unanimous decision. From the very beginning, there was massive disagreement. Brilliant minds, people like Patrick Henry, George Mason, Samuel Adams, saw serious problems with what was being proposed. They weren't rabble-rousers or idiots. They were sophisticated political thinkers who understood power, and they were terrified of what they saw happening. These anti-federalists warned specifically that federal power would swallow up state sovereignty, the presidency would become much too like a monarchy, vague constitutional language would be exploited to expand government power, that federal courts would dominate everything, and that representatives would become too distant from the people they were supposed to serve. And they were right about all of it. Patrick Henry refused to even attend the Constitutional Convention, saying he smelt a rat. Two New York delegates, John Lansing Jr. and Robert Yates, walked out in disgust because the government being created was too powerful. Three others who stayed until the end refused to sign. The Constitution originally had no Bill of Rights at all. Those first 10 amendments, the freedoms we consider most sacred, only exist because the anti-federalists fought like hell and refused to ratify without them. Even the signing itself was political theater. The language was deliberately made to look unanimous when it wasn't. We were sold a story. They sold us the beautiful version, the sanitized version, the version where everyone agreed and everything was perfect. Just like they sell us the story that anyone can be president, while conveniently leaving out that you need millions of dollars to even have a chance. Just like they sell us the story that we have the most freedom in the world, while we watch that freedom erode year after year. We have been duped. We have been brainwashed, and it's time to wake up. I am a patriot. Let me be clear about something. I love this country, not the government. The country, the people, the idea that we can stand together, united, and say, this is our home, these are our people. And I'm aware of the painful truth that this land belonged to entire cultures long before my European ancestors came and destroyed, stole, and killed. I carry that awareness. I wasn't there for those atrocities, but I am here now, and I can see clearly where things went wrong. I can see clearly that the wound has never healed because we keep putting bandages on it instead of actually treating it. I'm a patriot, not a nationalist. I'm a patriot for humanity. And my power, right here in the country where I live, is in finding out the truth and sharing it. Right now, we're so focused on current events, on the symptoms, on each new crisis as it emerges. But that's like trying to save a dying plant by just pouring more water on it, when all the while it actually needs sunlight. We're treating symptoms instead of actually first diagnosing the disease. The wound is in our Constitution itself. The wound is in the voices that were silenced from the very beginning. The wound is in being told we had freedom of speech and that everyone's voice counted when that was never actually true. The story we were told was wrong from the start, so we believed it wrong, and now we're upholding the wrong thing. This is not a call to violence or destruction. This is not a call to tear everything down without knowing what comes next. This is a call to inform ourselves. The least we can do, the absolute minimum, is honor those who have fought and died for our freedom by actually understanding what has happened, by reading the real history, by questioning the narrative we were fed. Stop trusting blindly. Stop believing what you're told without looking deeper. When you see holes in the story, when something doesn't add up, when you feel that intuition saying something's wrong here, listen to it. Let yourself feel the outrage. Let yourself feel the disillusionment. Let yourself feel the power that comes from saying, this isn't right. Do your own research. Read the actual writings of the founding fathers, all of them, not just the ones you were taught about. Read what the Anti-Federalists said. See how eerily accurate their predictions were. Use your tools. Cross-check information. Ask questions. Dig deeper. The clearer we are on the real problem, the clearer we can get on the actual solution. But we can't solve a problem we won't even look at honestly. We the people, not we the government. When did it shift? When did we the people become we the government? The Constitution starts with those three words, we the people, not we the politicians, not we the wealthy, not we the powerful. We the people. That means us, you and me, regular people trying to live our lives, raise our families, and retain our humanity in an increasingly difficult world. If we don't educate ourselves, if we don't have these conversations, if we don't face the uncomfortable truth that our foundation has cracks in it, then nothing will ever truly change. We'll just keep slapping bandages on a wound that needs actual treatment. I'm not claiming to have all the answers. I'm still learning, still researching, still processing what I'm discovering, but I'm inviting you to join me, not to believe everything I say, but to think for yourself, to question, to research, to feel empowered by knowledge instead of overwhelmed by current events. To remember that real patriotism isn't blind loyalty. It's loving your country enough to demand better, to face hard truths, to acknowledge where we went wrong so we can actually make it right. This is a call to consciousness, to awareness, to reclaiming our power as informed citizens. The founding fathers who warned us about tyranny, the ones whose quotes we share without really understanding, they saw this coming. Some of them tried to stop it. Their voices were marginalized, ignored, and written out of the story we were taught. Maybe it's time we finally listen to what they were trying to tell us. Signed with love and conviction, as a fellow citizen of the United States, a fellow conscious human being, trying with all my will to retain my humanity in the world we live in today.